What's good, y'all? We back at it again today. Pretty much what's going on today is we trying to do the final steps to actually putting primer down on this thing. So we gotta sand it down. We going through the car. We got a few more nicks we gotta do. But overall, we're gonna try to get the primer on here today. We got my boy Big Germ right here doing this thing.
What's going on, y'all? So we back at it, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and blow this whole thing down. We're gonna try to get as much dust off this thing as possible. Once I blow it down, I'm gonna go through the engine bay. I'm gonna actually go through the entire inside of the car because any debris while you laying down any sort of paint, whether it's primer or base coat, you want all the dirt gone. And then we're gonna rinse it down real good, mask up everything we need to mask up, and put that good primer on there.
Yeah. Getting a little late. I don't know if we're gonna actually be able to primer this thing today, but what we doing, we going through it right now, and we still getting some of the small details. Let me tune in with my boy Big Germ.
So far, she is like super close to being primer. Literally within the next 2 to 3 hours, it will be ready for primer, but it's kind of late. It's about 5 or 6, so we're just gonna wait till a fresh start in the morning. But so far, I just went by real quick and I used some red glazing putty, known as red glazing putty. Some people know it as spot putty. What this is used for is when you lay down that Bondo, from all the Bondo work we do, sometimes the Bondo have pinhole holes inside there. You'll see that as you go and you get ready for paint. So what I like to do is I go by with an air compressor, blow out those holes, come back with your glazing putty, lay your glazing putty down, let it sit for about an hour or two, and come back, hit it with some 220, and yeah, she should be ready for wax and grease, and we'll put that primer on it, baby.
But yeah, I'm trying to take this front bumper off. It's tough. Like I was saying, look, I got these 2 screws. I'm hoping this dropped the bumper halfway down. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'll tune y'all back here when we get it off. But see the sanding work and the body work. We even did some work on that roof. It's looking good, y'all. It's looking ugly but good. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep y'all updated. We're gonna try to get this thing ready, and by tomorrow, I'm gonna edit all this in, so tomorrow I'm gonna pick it up when we actually about to shoot the primer.
Here, let us show
so yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just real quick before we get out of here. This is the primer that we're using.
Poly primer.
PCL. It's some really good stuff. This primer comes with your typical primer comes like a base coat. You can just spray it, but this primer comes with liquid hardener. You gotta add liquid hardener, and we just mix it with acetone. And this stuff, literally, when it goes on, man, it gets hard. Like, it hardens up really good. With this being an old car, you want to, like, we're gonna have some imperfections, but that's the reason why Dev told you in the beginning we going with that black so that we can coat it.
And it's real thick too. On top of that, so once we put about 3 coats on here, it'll fill in the small imperfections. Alright, y'all, so we just got this front bumper off. It was hard, but it wasn't. What we had to realize is that on this car, there's so many different bolts, we had to really hunt and find the main bolts. But we took that whole front thing off. I don't know if I told y'all before, but the whole grill is gonna go completely chrome. I wish y'all knew how heavy this thing was. Ain't no light bumper, man. You would knock somebody out with that. So if you ever run into the front of this motherfucker, say goodbye to your car. But on that note, we about to finish up the last few touches and yes sir. you over here doing, man?
Man, I'm over here busting out this fender. I think we got a video somewhere in there. We'll videotape exactly how big this dent was. I did my best to take most of the majority of the dent out doing the body work, and we did do that. But of course, you always gonna have to put your body filler, no matter what. Like I said, I ain't no professional or nothing like that, but
smooth,
she came out straight. The panel is smooth. I got about a little bit of, see, that's a high spot. There was Bondo there. So since I block sanded all this with the 80 grit, since that appeared on top of the Bondo, I mean, that's a high spot. So that's the only, I gotta tap that down. We'll put a skim coat of Bondo back over this. Then we'll hit it with the spot putty. And we're gonna be primering today, baby.
And just to update y'all, I busted my head trying to take one of these old parts off this Cadillac, y'all.
Yeah, you fucked yourself up.
You can probably see the blood coming through the Band-Aid, but
that comes with this work, though, man.
You remember my boy in the last vlog messed his finger up. So
that was from taking off an old screw. The damn ratchet broke, and then the screw broke, and I smacked my finger, man.
This is what you got to put up with, but when you passionate about it, you don't mind it. We out. So we actually about to get ready to spray this primer. I just finished up doing some last mixing process type of stuff, making sure everything is good and covered up. Waxed and greased the whole car down, the door jambs included. My boy Big Germ right here doing his thing. What you over here mixing up?
So we about to mix up this poly primer. It's a very high performance primer. So we're gonna mix this thing. It's a certain ratio you gotta mix it since it's such a durable primer. I'm gonna mix it 64 ounces. I'm gonna go 32 ounces. We're gonna go 32 ounces of primer, and then we're gonna go from 32 ounces, then we'll go 64 ounces of the acetone.
So right here, people, we got some new chrome mirrors going on this thing. Let's give y'all a quick little look. Can I see that one?
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna sit on there. Ooh-wee. It's gonna look good, right? Cheap too, $20. All right, y'all, so we did, I'd say maybe half a coat before we damn near ran out of primer. So we went ahead and picked up some more primer. This is how it's looking so far. Mind y'all, this is not even a full coat. Like I said, we ran out, but we got some more. Boy Big Germ back here about to mix up some more, do his thing.
Yes, sir.
So how's it going so far, man?
Everything is looking good. We got half the car done. Of course, like you just said, we ran out of. You underestimate this big old car, man.
Yeah, it's bigger than we
I've
thought.
done, we done some cars, but it's a Fleetwood, man. This thing is huge. Not only is it long, it's wide, and then at the same time, you gotta think about it. We doing door jams, we doing everything. So
the only thing I can compare this to, I can say this thing is probably a few inches longer than the Escalade.
Excursion.
Yeah, so it's
the Excursion, bro.
Yeah,
I seen Excursion, and this probably still got about a good 2.5 feet on the Excursion, so it's huge, man.
Yeah, this thing is a real huge car, but we getting it done. Once the primer is on there, we're gonna go through, see what areas we got to touch up on, and then the next step after that would be the candy.
Wet sand.
Oh yeah, the wet sand, then the candy. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope y'all are. Let's get it. Now, we about to apply, I guess you could say, the second coat. My boy out there spraying. I'm gonna go zoom in and let y'all see what he's doing. When you paint these cars, you wanna make sure you always overlap the coat that you just did when you move down a level. See that 50% overlap? That's how you guarantee for sure coverage. Now it looks like it's a little heavy, but this is primer. It dries fast. You don't have to worry about runs or anything like that. That's how I look if it's clear on there though, y'all. But yeah, I tune y'all back in. Alright y'all, so the primer is laid, came out good. We still got to do a little wet sanding and stuff, of course, before we apply the real color. And I got a new color I'm gonna paint it, but I'm gonna let y'all see that later. My boy did a lot of the body work on here, and I honestly thought it was gonna come out a little 50-50, but it came out real good. I'm talking about excellent. I'm talking about $1.5 million good. But on top of that, primer's on there. Satisfied. We get into it day by day. We keep updating y'all.
So here it is, man. Dale, go ahead and show them this beautiful whip, man. I'm gonna run y'all through it real quick. As y'all know, we patched up the holes that was running down this entire car because it did have that the trimming, and it had those little pinholes in there. So y'all can go back and check those out in some of the other videos. But as you can see, the bodywork came out just unbelievable. The panels are straight as hell, and the only reason we was able to get them panels straight like that is that I used that block sand. People, remember, you can DA a car, but block sanding is
yeah, this body work came out way better than I thought.
Bring them to the back. She's 100% covered. Door jams, the whole nine. The back is covered here. Probably the biggest accomplishment was this fender over here, man. That fender had,
oh yeah,
somebody literally hit that fender and it was bad.
We got a video with that dent in there also, too.
So there was this whole side of this fender here was literally dented in, and as you can see,
came out
100% smooth.
And it's that old school body work. This ain't that,
yeah,
you know what I mean, pull it out with the little hammer. And
yeah,
when you get a dent in a panel like this on a car this year, it's all metal. So you gotta really bang it out.
You have to bang it out. You have to work it. You gotta stretch the metal back because the metal is no longer stretching. Remember, if you hit it there, it's damaging it in other places. So to get this panel back straight was a lot of work, but we was able to accomplish that. But look at it, man. It's looking good, man.
It's that primer, y'all.
This is amazing.
So yeah, we about ready to get that color on there. So hopefully next we'll be able to update y'all on the color. We want to thank y'all for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and we gonna keep updating y'all on this and many more projects.